show. My passion is helping empower not just young girls, but women to live healthy and successful lives. I was once in a domestic violence situation, and God provided the means and the ability for me to get out. And so today, I go out and I share my story. I help empower and educate people about what to look out for and how to kind of transition out and help people really tap into their faith in order to live the fullness that God has promised. Hello, ladies, my lovely girls and gentlemen. I am Kendra Langston, and I am the founder of Elegant by Nature, Successful by Breed, which is a nonprofit organization for women and girls. And I'm also the former salon owner of Mahogany 7 Salon. And pretty much what I do is I make sure that I get involved in the community and mentoring my girls. And I actually have a few girls that are back there that I wanted to make sure that they had an opportunity to experience this type of event. So, yeah.
Awesome. Well, good afternoon, everyone. My name is Allison Feliciano, and I am a CEO, speaker, author, and credit and debt coach. But I'm also a politician. And I ran for mayor of Powder Springs, Georgia last year, and while we didn't get to the finish line, we did very well. And so now they're coming to speak to me about other offices. I'm not sure if I'm going to do that yet. But, so while I'm very passionate about teaching people how to make money, save money, have excellent credit, and live debt-free, and also to grow more means, but most importantly, of the magic of dreaming big. Because you only go as far as you are believing. So dream big.
Hi, I'm Rebecca Lynn Pope. I am a spiritual and relationship coach. I'm the founder of Godly Girls. It's an organization of faith for women. Here out of Atlanta, Georgia, we have women across the country. I'm also the CEO of Head Over Heels Matchmaking and a professional matchmaker as well. And I'm also a first lady. My husband's a pastor. We have a ministry in Lithonia, Georgia.
And everybody was timely. I like that. We're doing a lot of forums in the campaign trail. I'm getting so long. Yeah. So I have a few questions here. And they are to each of you specific directly. I'm going to bounce around a little bit. Because we've been here, we've had some food, we've got a chance to mingle and talk. We're going to dive into some of the more deeper questions off the top. Is that okay? So, Desiree. So we know that this week that there was a young lady in Chicago who was jumped in a restroom. And she actually died as a result. And this just brings to the forefront a culture of violence, not just among our boys, but among our young people in general. I want you to speak a moment on that, and if there are 3 things that you would advise our young people on when it comes to a fight culture and how to resolve those certain issues, please give our young people. I want our young ladies to make sure you're paying attention to what she says when she responds to this. If you can give some insight to our young ladies.
Sure. Just to let you guys know a little bit about my background. In high school, I had a 3.8 GPA. I had 2 basketball scholarships, on my way to college in pursuit of the American dream. 2 weeks I was incarcerated for 11 counts of armed robbery, 5 counts of aggravated assault. So for me, I wanted to really fit in with the crowd, and those accolades and things from my parents was not as important as being liked by my peers. And so when we, as teenagers, when they find themselves in that environment, it's more so trying to oppress their peers and listening to peer pressure and so forth. One of the tips I would give our young people is to take 10 minutes to think. If I would have just took 10 minutes to think, I could have saved myself 10 years out of incarceration. I had to spend 4 years in prison. And unfortunately, and I truly believe that I went through that, so no other young person has to go through that. The second thing is for our adults too. I want to answer for our adults too. Is oftentimes before it got to the fighting part, we tried to talk to our parents standards, or an official, if you're an official, or a teacher, and it was kind of shoved off, or I'm the parent, you're there for education, I don't want to hear it, it's a barrier. My problem was at 17 was I didn't know how to come home. It wasn't that I didn't want to go home, I just didn't know how. And so I was more afraid of the discipline of what my mom was going to give me. So have a safe word, create a safe word. Me and my daughter's pink roses. So if she says, hey, even though she's 9 years old, mommy, pink roses, the rules are that I'm not to pounce as a parent first, but to listen first, then respond as a parent. Because oftentimes our kids, we give our kids better advice than they would from their friends, before they went to their friends for that advice. In regards to fighting, always have alternate solutions there too as well. It's not cool to tell. However, if you have a place, or what we can do as a community is to create a place where there's a hotline or something that we can tell without the fear of being rejected or not being liked by our peers, that will definitely offer some more solutions. It's definitely unfortunate that something like that had to happen in order to get our attention, that our teenagers, they just don't know how. It's not the way.
Thank you so much. I know that story. And so, yeah, of course, we come to you first with that. So thank you for the insight. And just, I always appreciate you just for being so open about your story. That's hard to do. Not everybody's made for that. And so for you to have that and to make it into something that's helpful for other young ladies and other young people, period, that's special is on. So thank you on several levels. Allison, you ready?
I know.
So it's a political year. There are several issues that are in the United States and Georgia and in our local governments. What do you think is the biggest issue that needs to be addressed regarding women and girls, and why?
Now, I'm not in favor of the wall, by the way.
Yes.
But I think the biggest issue, especially for women and girls, if you want to talk about it on a national scale, is equal pay for equal work. And with all due respect to the males in the room, this is no disrespect, but sometimes our work is better. A lot of the times our work is better, and we work harder, and we get it done because we're focused. Young ladies, when you become women, years and years from now, after your education and you travel, then you get married and have children, years from now, right, moms? Years from now. Then you will also balance family, and so we as women, we balance family, being caretakers, the maid, the cook, and the CEO, or the teacher, so we balance more and get paid less. And I believe that if we can make the playing field equal, and so that's why I encourage whatever your passion is, whatever it is, get the education needed to master that, but then create a career for yourself. There's nothing wrong if you want to work for someone else, because I had some time in corporate America, but then I decided that I was psychologically unqualified to work for somebody else. But that helped me be able to be the mom to go on field trips and things like that. But whatever it is, then create that position for yourself. And so that, like when my daughter has a trip, or I have a daughter that has sickle cell, and so when she gets sick, I don't have to say, boss, can I go with her to the hospital for 6 days? I just grab my laptop and we go, because I am the boss. And so whatever you want to do, whether it is teaching, I teach adults about money and credit, but whatever you want to do, create that position for yourself. So I think equal pay for, more pay for equal work. But, and then, the other issues, I think they've been played out, a bit as far as if we have the right to choose for our own bodies. I think we could talk about that for days, but equal pay for equal work, so create your own space.